Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while since I've done a chit chat, especially Friday night chit chat. I think that's been about a month. And it is Friday night. There's been so much going on. So much going on. The boys had exams. Like, I think I told you this. I think I was like nearly 2 weeks ago I got on and did a quick chit chat. But yeah, the boys had their exams. Then last week they were off school for most of the week. I think Corey went Wednesday and Thursday, but Jarrett only had to go to school on Thursday. And that wasn't even a full day. That was only like for 4 hours or something, 3 hours. So yeah, I had him home, both of them home most of last week. So, and then this week's they've been back at school, but we've been cleaning the house and stuff. Because we had our rental inspection yesterday. It went well, but I was up until 5 a.m. yesterday morning trying to get things organised. It's not so much the house wasn't really messy, dirty. It was messy. I had all my craft stuff everywhere in the lounge, because if you watch my previous video to this, you'll know that I was making the fairy lace book for the prize for the challenge. So I had so much stuff in the lounge room and on the floor and that, and it took me about 4 hours, 5 hours to go through it all and actually put it away where it goes and organise some of my little table I've got over here. It's meant to be a coffee table, but it's got craft stuff on it. So yeah, I was really tired yesterday, but I made the mistake and fell asleep. We had an early dinner. I fell asleep probably about 6:30 on the couch, and I wake up probably about 9:30, and then of course I couldn't go to sleep. I think it was about 4:30 when I fell asleep this morning. So I've really tried today not to let myself have a sleep. I think I had about an hour this morning when about an hour and a half. I watched Donna Jackson's live stream. I got off, was watching that and talking and that. Then as soon as she got off, I fell asleep. So probably about an hour and a half, because I was awake again at 12 because I had to go pick Jared up. But that was all. That's all the sleep I've had today. So by tonight I should be, it's already midnight, but I really wanted to do this chat. So by the time I've done this chat, uploaded it and stuff, got myself organised and go to bed, I'll be ready to sleep. I'm ready to sleep now. I wasn't going until I started recording. But yeah, so yeah, just been really busy, not sleeping. And the last 2 nights I didn't sleep because, last night because I'd had late sleep yesterday afternoon, evening. But the night before, I wasn't tired. Even at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was not tired. And prior to that, I really haven't been sleeping that well. I know in my last video when we had our chat, I was talking about how I'd explain, talking about and explaining how when I'm in a dark place, what I do, and the fact that I withdraw from people and stuff. It's got nothing to do with anything but me dealing with my own, trying to sort my own head out. And I probably shouldn't have, but I did listen to a message that was left on my phone, on voicemail, from someone I class as a really good friend. And what was said to me really I'm being honest, it devastated me. It devastated me that they would even think that what they did and what they are. So much so that I've basically, for the last week, apart from the lace book in the last few days, like last weekend sort of thing, and beginning of this week, I have just really curled up on the couch and gone deeper into, I don't know if I'd call it depression mode or what, but it really affected me. I class myself as a very good friend. Um, I'm always going out of my way and doing for everybody else and wanting to make everybody else happy, that I forget about me sometimes. I really do. I forget about myself. I forget to stop and breathe and think of me. Um, I will give everything I've got. I'll do anything I can to help people. And to have what was said to me, considering my own state of mental health, I really was taken back. I really was. I'm sorry, but it really has gotten to me. It's made me start to doubt myself as a friend. It's really made me doubt myself as a human being, in the sense of, well, maybe I'm not a nice person. Maybe my ex was right with everything he said, all that sort of stuff. And what people, I think, forget is I might not have a specific diagnosis, but clinical depression is a specific diagnosis. And I think sometimes people forget that just because it hasn't got another name, it is just as bad. Yeah, and I have other health issues too that I haven't spoken about. But I can tell you this has caused me a lot of stress. It really, really has. And when I get stressed, I get like psoriasis, eczema, whatever you want to call it, all in the back of my hair. And it's like I've had an allergic reaction to something and I'm just like continually scratching. I've had that. I've actually been so stressed of late that my whole body has been itching. My anxiety levels are up. Things at the drop of the hat, things that don't usually and haven't been getting to me, have been getting to me. I've been crying nonstop, all because this one person did not stop and think. No, they yapped behind my back. Yes, behind my back, they yapped. And I know they yapped behind my back because it was said in this message. And rather than just saying to me, which I thought we had, but rather than just saying to me, is everything okay? No. Go yap behind my back and stress me out because I'm not being a good a friend as what you think I should be, or what I'm not doing what you think I should be. Look, I know this is a big issue for me. This really has, it's affected me. It's affected me big time because I class you guys out there in YouTube world, my subscribers that I've had for a long, long time. Been on for over probably about 14 months. I've been on YouTube now. And I think I've made some pretty good friendships. And I class you guys as my friends. And if I can, I will. If I can do something to make you happy, or if I can brighten your day or whatever, I try my best. And this is really, it's been sitting in the background with all the other stuff that I've had to do and deal with on top of it. And that's why I haven't been doing videos. I'll be honest, I haven't felt like doing videos. It's like I nearly threw my channel. I nearly finished my challenge up and was going to say, well, I'm only doing challenge entries as they come in. And then after that, I'm done. Not doing videos anymore. Not making friends anymore. Because it's hurt me. It's affected me. It's affected my everyday life. Because this person I really, as I said, class as a good friend. And I don't know where I stand now. I really don't know where I stand. I know most of you will be probably sitting there saying, contact them, ring them. You know what? I can't. To know that that's what they thought about me, it's like I can't do it. The anxiety levels when I go to pick up the phone or to message them or whatever, I feel like vomiting. And yeah, that's not a good feeling. So yeah, that I've been dealing with that. Then Corey's had a couple of issues at school, and he's not been himself the last few weeks. He's been pretty emotional, roller coastery, so no matter how crud I feel, I've got to pretend everything's okay and boost him up because I don't want to go backwards with him. But I did speak to the school this morning, I spoke to the principal, and we're sorting it all out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that gets sorted out real soon. Uni's going good. I'm still a week behind. I'm trying to catch up. I'm going to use the school holidays, which are coming up in a couple of weeks, to try and get ahead. And I've got a major essay due in, I think, the last week of the school holidays. And I don't know where to start. I'm going to have to find time. Just find time just to concentrate on study. And at least start planning the essay. I'm really enjoying it. I'm doing, the unit I'm doing at the moment is forensic psychology, introduction. The text is introduction to criminology and forensic psychology or something like that. And it is really, really interesting. The first week was as boring as all buggery, but the last few weeks, I'm up to I'm trying to think. I think I'm up. I should have finished week 5 by Sunday, but I think the reading was a lot this week. It really was, and because of where my head's been, trying to concentrate on reading and taking in the information is like, ah. But yeah, I'm reading week 3, and I should have finished week 4. Because we've done one test, one quiz, whatever, got full marks. The next quiz is next week. It's every 2 weeks for 4 weeks, so 8 weeks, every 2 weeks for 8 weeks. So 4 quizzes, and they add up to, I think it's 20% of your overall mark. And then I've got to go and sit an actual exam at the end of the unit, which is the second last week of August, I think, and that's worth 40%. That's a 2-hour multiple choice questions. It's different. Must be going to be hundreds of questions. And then the essay. So, got to get that happening. Not a lot else sort of really going on, even though I've been feeling really flat and anxious and all that, like I was saying. I've still been trying to cook. The menu's gotten all out of whack. So when I do Menu Monday on Monday, you'll get to see what my menu looks like. I think I kept it. I hope I kept it. I don't know. When I was cleaning up the other night, I was throwing stuff out left, right and centre. I really hope I kept it so that I can show you what I do with it when I've juggled things around like I have. Because it really was a juggle so far. So there's been meals on that menu that I did that I bought the meat in that for that we haven't had. So what will happen is I'll incorporate the ones we haven't had into next week's menu, which means the meat list will go down, which means shopping will go down in cost. Which I'm glad, because shopping cost me an absolute fortune this fortnight because my freezer was bare. When I say my freezer was empty, my freezer had a couple of those, those super duper icy pole things in them. That was all that was in my freezers. Pardon me. Oh, and some pastry and some frozen raspberries. That was it. That was all that was in my freezer or freezers. I've got the fridge freezer plus the standing alone freezer. So yeah, I have been dealing with a lot the last month or so with being an idiot still. That's the ex, if you don't know. Although he came past yesterday afternoon, I didn't speak to him. The kids went out the front, and for the first time ever, even when I was with him, he cut the lawns and he trimmed the hedges and he did all that. He was here for a good 2 hours. I was just lay on my bed and dozed. And, yeah, and let him do it. I thought, well, that means I don't have to pay for someone to do it. That's what he does for a living. So, yeah, the boys saw him, which, of course, with the way my mind is at the moment, brought up a lot of issues again. I sit here and I think, am I ever, ever, ever going to get over everything? It's like I just start to get over things and I just start to feel great and I just start to take those steps forward, and crap like what happened the other week it'd have to be going on to 2 weeks, like 2 weeks ago this weekend. People bring all that up and say the things that were said to me, and it's like it knocks me because I take I wear my heart on my sleeve, I think is the saying. What you see is what you get. This is me. I think I've said it in a previous video. The only difference between what I might say on here and me in real life is maybe my language. I do not swear on camera. I don't think it's appropriate. There's a time and place. I've actually stopped swearing as much as I used to. I never used to swear until I met my ex, and then his conversations, every second word was the F-bomb. And I hated it when I first met him, but when you live with it for 23 years, it becomes, you adapt. It's like, it becomes a habit that you pick up. What do they say? Monkey see, monkey do. So, yeah. I just wanted to get it out there that that's how I've been feeling. That's what I've been going through, and that's why you haven't seen me. I debated all day today. I really did. I debated, do I come on and talk about it? Or do I just sit here and talk and be all happy and pretend that none of it happened, that those feelings didn't happen? I know there's probably a lot of you out there that understand how I feel, understand where I'm coming from, have probably been there yourselves. And you know what? I would rather a stranger tell me I'm horrible or whatever than someone that I really care about, because when you're someone you really care about, it digs so much deeper. It really does. It really does. And because I've been on edge, I've been taking it out on others, and so it's like that vicious cycle, because then they get angry at me, which makes me more angry at them. But I'm getting through it. I am working through it. I don't know whether it's because the house is now free of clutter. I'm not sitting in clutter or not, but I'm really starting to feel lighter. I have got a lot of things cleaned out. Boys and I have got a lot of work to do the next 2 weekends. We've got my craft room to go through. We've got the spare room to go through. They've got to go through their bedrooms. We're going to do the garage. And no, we don't need to do the back shed because no one's been in it since I did it last year. But we're going to do the garage and the storeroom out there because we've got hard waste collection coming up 2 weeks' time. No, week. Not next week, the week after. Where the council come and they take away all the stuff that you can't throw in the rubbish bins. So basically, instead of you having to go to the tip, the tip comes to you and they take it. So we've got a lot to get out. There's a lot of stuff I don't want anymore. I'm slowly getting, I know it probably sounds stupid, I'm slowly getting rid of memories and putting my spin and my feel on the house. I'm hoping that I've got two or three more things that I want to do, which is Happy Mail. It's like Happy Mail for a couple of people. And a couple of cards I've still got to catch up on from Hobby Dot Bay's birthday club. I've made 3 of them. I just haven't sent them because they are going overseas and they are $3 a hit. Like, I didn't think about it very well when I said I'd do it. That, you know, when I said I'd join in her birthday club, everything was okay. And it was like, as soon as that happened, everything turned to mud. See, I'm not going to swear. I'd like to say the word, but I'll say mud, or doo-doo. So it's really, I got behind when all the stuff was going down earlier this year. I got behind in sending the cards. So I'm now doing them now. One is going to Popsy's Roses and Ribbons and Roses, Avril over in Ireland. I'm sending, I was meant to send it today, but then I look at it, well, it's not going to really make a difference. It's the weekend. Our post doesn't work at the weekend, so I'll send it tomorrow. I've got her card. I wanted to put the Hobby Doc Bay's birthday club card in with her challenge for her entry. So I'll be doing that. I've just got to, all I've got to do with that one is put it in an envelope, address it, stamp it, which I've got the stamps for, and post it. And then I think there's like 3 others I need to catch up and post, which I'll do probably Tuesday when I get paid. And then we've got a new one coming up. So, and if I can tell, I'll be honest, if my birthday wasn't in the second month of the year, so I've had my cards, I'm not going to pull out now because that's not fair on the people that sent me cards. I'm going to send and continue to be committed to see the year through. It'd be so easy to just say I can't do it, but that's not me. I'm just going to put the word belated where it says happy birthday. It's going to say happy, and then in a little bit in the middle, between happy and birthday, I'm going to put belated. Some of them are 3 months belated, but I look at it, it's the thought that counts. And I know everyone is totally understanding. People go through stuff. And as I said, if I hadn't have already had my birthday, I probably would have said, I'm just going to step back and stay out. But yeah. Bought myself a journaling book for my art journal. I haven't started it yet. Watched Donna do hers this morning, and I was going, yep, I'm going to do this today. And the day just got away from me. Again, as I said, since for the last 2 weeks, since I listened to that message and stuff, and then read some stuff on social media and that, my motivation levels have been almost non-existent. Really, they have. So yeah, I've got to move past it. I really do, but that is part of my mental illness, is learning to deal with stuff. But I don't think it's not dealing with things, like if I only had to deal with one thing, I'd be fine. But it's dealing with, it's like, hang on a sec, I'll just have a sip of drink. It's like, okay, here's one issue. And then another one gets stacked on top of it, another one on top of that, another one on top of that, another one on top of that. And it's like, they're all, the way I feel is that all these things are stuck on top of me, and it just pushes me down and down and down and down and down. Now, I don't have the choice to say, I've had enough, I'm going to have a break. I don't have that choice. There is nobody here. There's nobody here to pick up the slack. Like, if I was on my own, I could deal with it. I'd just go to bed. I'd deal with it. If I had a partner, they could pick up some of the slack. But there's no one here to do that. I am mum, dad, and everything, and teacher, everything to these kids. Cook, shit, as a full-on single mother is. I don't get breaks. He does not have these kids weekends or anything like that, so I don't get a break. They are with me. Well, now Corey's gone back to school. That's good. He's not so much with me 24/7. But technically they are with me 24/7, or Corey is. Jarrett goes to mum's on the weekends sometimes. But now he's getting older. He's not wanting to do that as much. So it's just like everything just gets to me. There is no escape for me. You think, oh, just go up the supermarket, or I'll nick down and do something at the shops, or I'll just go have a coffee at a friend's or whatever. And you don't, because as soon as you open your mouth and say, I'm going out, where are you going? What time will you be back? Oh, can I come? And it's like, I want to go to escape. You'd think by the time your kids are 17 and 15, you'd be able to go to the toilet in peace and quiet. No, it doesn't happen. Every time my butt hits that seat, Mum, where are you? And I swear, I do, I swear at them, I'm on the beep, 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 beep toilet. Oh, they'll say, and then they'll keep talking. It's like, for goodness sake, boys, or I'll be in the shower. So you think you could have a shower in peace and just let the water run because the way I look at a shower is you stand under it, the water runs on you, and it cleanses your body from the head. It takes the stuff away. I just stand there, and I have a shower when I'm feeling like I've been feeling. I'll turn the light off, and because I've got the window in my bathroom, so the moonlight or whatever, because I have showers at night, the moonlight or whatever comes in. So you've got a bit of the outside light, and we've got a street light straight out the front of my bedroom. And I'll just stand there, and it's my downtime. And the next thing you know, Mum, Mum, Mum. Or the cat will come in and meow at me. And it's like, oh my goodness gracious me. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Then Ruby, we decided we'd let Ruby in last night for a bit. Just because the house is now clean, so there's nothing. If we close my bedroom door, the craft room door, where else? We can close the spare room, the laundry, the bathroom, the toilet, and the boys' rooms. There are rooms we can't close, like the back lounge. The rest of the house, half the house is open and half the house has got doors. So I thought we'd let her in. Oh my goodness. I had Corey on the floor wrestling with her, and then she was trying to kiss him, and he sat up on the couch, and she got up in between the two boys. Oh, so that was fine. I put up with it for about 45 minutes, I think she was in, because we want to get her used to coming inside. So if she comes in and she'll just sit. So I gave her a clean blanket and stuff, and she did sit for 5-10 minutes, and then she got boisterous. So, how'd you go, Roo? And I went out probably a little bit later, an hour or maybe 2 hours later, and I come in and I tell her, because if you say sit, stay, she usually does. Because she'd been in earlier, she thought she could come in again. And all day today, she's been trying to get in, and it's like, no, Ruby, no. And my arms and my hands, my finger is still very, very sore. If it's still there next week, I'm going down to Coburg on Thursday, I think. I'm going to go to the doctor and see what's wrong with it, because it's like someone's got a razor blade just between there and there, like that knuckle and that knuckle. It's a bit numb just there. But it's like someone's got a razor blade when I stretch the wrong way, like point or anything, and it's like someone's cutting it. But I did notice I didn't craft for a couple of days, and it did start to feel better, but then of course I crafted again. And then I've got a massive bruise on my foot where I slipped, and I was doing something in the car and it was raining, and I slipped and my foot came up under the pedal and smacked the pedal, like full on. So now the top of my foot and toes is totally bruised. That was a week ago. Mess. But anyway, my arm, because of my finger, when I cleaned the showers and that this week, I had to use my left arm. So I am really sore across the chest and shoulders and back and a little bit into the neck, and the arms, the hands, my hand, because I'm not left-handed. So to use your left hand and that when you don't use it, hurt. I can't catch Ruby like I normally could if I didn't have a sore finger and I didn't have a sore arm hand. So she knows she can get away with it. She's a very smart cookie, that one. But we're lucky she's a husky, because it has been freezing here at night. You go out there and she comes and gives you cuddles. And she's so warm and snuggy. I wish she'd lay still so she'd sleep on my bed, but then the cat would be upset. The cat likes to sleep on my bed. So yeah, as I said, I bought my art journal. I'm going to do some art journaling. When I say art journaling, it's going to be just a mishmash of different things I might want to try. It might be I might get new stamps and I just stamp a whole page and colour them in. I don't know. It's not there for anybody else. It's there for me just to muck around in. If I get an idea in my head, like I've got an idea for a mixed media canvas, but I sort of want to work it out. So I might even use that for the art journaling book, because to me that's what my art journal is going to be. Ideas, rough sketches, or when I say rough sketches, like sketching out the idea and I'm maybe on one side and then like doing like a final drafty thing on the other and then putting it onto whatever I want to do, which is the way I did the big fairy picture. And because I wasn't in a book, it got wrecked. Had to get thrown out. Like all the drafts and the templates and all that I created for it, I had to throw it out. So, yeah. There's not much else happening. I'm hoping to get in a better headspace this week. I really am. It's not even the headspace so much, it's the anxiety levels, the self-doubt, the self-hatred talk, the hopping to bed and the nightmares because you just keep hearing it over and over again, and then everything just compounds. And that's where my issues come in now. It's not one single thing that triggers it. Rephrase. One single thing can trigger it, but it's because there's a compoundation. I don't even know that's a word. It's like everything's built up and then that one last thing just pushes you over the edge. It throws that's where I'm at now. So I'm happy I am making progress, but I really would love to be just what I'd class as normal. That's what I'm striving for, is to just, like, I know I'm unique. I'll never be normal, but just to be slightly normal. To not have these misery bits and bob bits in my life. I don't like it. I don't like feeling the way I do. And I think that a lot of the time, if you've never suffered true depression, not just being sad and blue and that, if you've never suffered true depression, true mental health issues, like mental health issues, mental illness, and there is a difference between depression and clinical depression. One day I'll do a video on it, but there is a difference. And mine has a lot to do with its chemicals. It's brain chemical, like it's chemical imbalance. And mine does run through the family. So, it is part of my life. It is part of my life. I've had it since I was 15, 16. I'll probably have it for the rest of my life. But I just want to be happy for once. I don't like feeling like this. It's not like I get up every morning and I think, I'm going to feel sad today. I get up every morning and try to find something positive in every day. I really do. And when I was doing the opening and having a look at all the stuff, that beautiful stuff that Avril sent me, Avril Plummer from New Zealand, and I said I was going to do a junk journal. Well, I don't know if this is what you'd call a junk journal, but I'm going to do a positivity journal, I guess, or a notebook where instead of just thinking those thoughts every day, I'm going to write them down. I know way back when I started this channel, I had a good vibes diary. Well, I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere safe. And I never really did anything in it. I planned to, but I don't think my head was in the right space back then. But it is now, and I think I need to do this positivity journal, diary, notebook, where they say that if you get it from here to paper, sometimes it has a more positive, powerful impact. And that's like, there is so much. I've also been talking about getting from here to paper, positive impact. There is, I don't know, give me your advice on whether you think this is an alright idea. I've seen people do it for different things, but not necessarily for what I'm looking at it. There's so much that I want to say, express, get out of my head to my ex. But I'm still not allowed to talk to him. And I won't. I refuse. I would love to send him an email telling him what an arse he is. But I won't. But I'm thinking of writing a letter. And every time I feel like saying something, writing this letter. And at the moment, because it's cold, I have the fireplace going most nights outside. It's outside, but I have it going most nights. And so that it can never get in the wrong hands, because I would never want the kids to see half of the stuff. I thought after I write it, I'll burn it and get rid of it. I don't know whether that's going to work, but it is an idea that I'm thinking about. So, yeah. Talking about writing, this is what I'm saying. My brain is all over the place. That's the other thing I'm going to have a go at making, is some writing paper sets. I think Amanda from Heavenly Imaginings did one earlier this year. She did a gorgeous girl one with some, I don't know if it was tea-dyed or coffee-dyed papers, but I'm thinking I might have a go at that. I want to have a go and explore a lot more art and stuff. My lace supplies have depleted again from that lace book and a few other things that I've done. So I'm still trying. I was meant to place an order back with Luscious Laces. I organised it with Annette and all back in the end of January, beginning of February. And I'm trying so hard to save that money, hoping next fortnight, not this pay, the following one, that I'll have enough to actually pay and get what I've ordered into my pocket, into my house, because I have got a few lace books and things that I want to do, because I'm also looking at maybe doing some markets at the end of the year, maybe having one or two lace books, not heaps, because they're so expensive, you're going to have to be lucky to sell one. But just doing like cards and, say, some albums, mini albums, smash books, photo frames, that sort of thing. Just a whole range of little things, like say 6 to 10 of each thing, just to make a little bit of money, because that has been really tight lately. I'm over money. I really am over money. I can't wait till I finish uni. I've still got 3 years to go. Can't wait. I've only done 3 weeks of a 4-year course. So, yeah. But to get enough, you don't have to finish the course to get a job in the industry. So I'm just hoping that, say, in 18 months' time, or 2 years when I'm halfway through it, I'll have enough qualification and I can get a job and start earning an income that equates to what I get a fortnight a week. Because that would be the only way I could live comfortably, to tell you the truth, with the boys. Because the ex is just he's stepped right back and he's doing nothing for us at all. Nothing. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to start rambling about that, because that is a really sore subject at the moment. That's one of the compound issues that I have. Trying to feed 2 teenage boys, we've moved to powdered milk, because I cannot keep up with milk. I cannot keep up with bread. And I know I don't want them eating bread as much as they are, but what am I supposed to do? Yeah. All I can do, and all we all can do, is the best we can, and I try to put a smile on my face at least once a day, and know that I'm in a better place than others, but I'm in the place I'm in, and I think I've said it before in other videos, I've talked about it. I know everyone is taught, there are people worse off, but you live your life. You live the life that you're in, so your issues are just as big to you as what the people that are supposedly worse off than you your issues are as big to you as what theirs are to them. And having the, I don't know what you call it, the health, the well-being and all that of two little boys. To me, they're little boys still. They're my babies still. I've got that in my hands, and I'm telling you, with what this person said to me the other week, and what they have been talking, obviously, as I said, behind my back to other people about, rather than just coming to me and finding out from me the why, I start to doubt my ability even as a parent. I know that probably sounds absolutely stupid, but that's how I value friendship, is I put in as much as what I do to my kids, for my kids. And it does. It makes you doubt what you can do and what you are doing. I can only do the best I can. I'm loving the fact that I found Afterpay, because I have to have craft supplies. That's the only key thing that I've got now. I used to go to gym. I used to go have coffee every day. I used to do this. I used to do that. And I don't have that anymore. All I have is my craft. And not being able to buy, like not having, like I've got quite a bit of craft supplies, but not having an abundance and a build-up, because I've only really been buying stuff for the last, I mean, I was buying stuff last year, but that was more laces, and then I didn't really get into the papers until probably September. And with them being as expensive as they are, I don't have much, and I need to be able to build the stash, because I want to be able to make, say, Christmas cards and that, to go to do craft markets or, school fetes or whatever, because I need to do something. I'm going crazy. If I have nothing to do, I take away my crafts and I just sit here and stare at a TV all day, every day. And that's not a life. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I need to go have a smoke. And next door, it's well after midnight. It'd have to be, 12:30, going on 1. And she's out there. This is the daughter. She'd be in her early 20s. She's a neighbour from hell. She's out there on her phone probably, talking at the top of her voice. As long as she doesn't do what she did a couple of weeks ago, where I woke up to her screaming and having a tantrum. I'm not joking. A full-on tantrum at 3 o'clock in the morning. I nearly called the police. She was that loud and carrying on and screaming and that. She's a spoiled brat. She really is of that generation that they talk about. What do they call it? What's the word I'm looking for? The entitled generation. She is really one of those. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to go have my smoke, which I've cut right down on, because, that's the only pleasure I have anymore. But, I want to get rid of them. The cost. Anyway, I'm not going to keep rambling, because I said I was going 10, 15 minutes ago, and I'm still here talking. And as you can see, I'm up and down emotion-wise. I'm a mess. The hair's just messy, messy, messy. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to say those words. I hope you're healthy, happy, and having fun. And I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.